So this is how you can reuse functionality across components when using the composition API. Now, we can do more than what we're doing thus far. For example, we can of course still also set up other things in setup. We're not limited to just using our reused logic here. We could again import ref here from view if we had some other data that should be changeable, and create our extra ref here, like the alert title, which could be a ref with a starting value of delete user. And here, theoretically, I don't need a ref because I won't add any logic to ever change this, but I want to show you that you could, of course, have extra refs, as well as computed properties and watchers, and anything else you can use in the setup function, no matter if you are using a custom hook or not. But with that, I can, for example, also expose my alert title here with the return statement to my template, and bind the title here to alert title. And we can absolutely do this. And this is kind of a similar thing to what I did before with the mixins. There, the mixin was automatically merged with your other options. Here, we kind of manually merge it by simply doing one thing with our custom hook and doing other things in the rest of our setup function. Now, our custom hook is also able to receive arguments, by the way. Here, I got a custom hook function which returns something, and your hooks will typically always return something because you want to do stuff in the hook, which then can still be exposed to your template. And for that, your hook needs to make these things available to the setup method where it's getting called. But your hooks can also take arguments. For example, let's say for the lead user, the default starting value for alert is visible should be true, so that by default the alert is opened. This might not make much sense from an app perspective, but it's a great practice. With mixins, this was kind of tricky. With hooks, it's easy. It's your own function, so of course, useAlert may accept as many parameters as you need. For example, starting visibility. The name, of course, is up to you. You can even assign a default value here, let's say false, so that you don't have to pass in a value for this parameter when calling useAlert. This is a modern JavaScript feature, default parameter values. But now we can use this and assign this here to our ref as a starting value. And now, since we have a default value, we can still call useAlert as before, but we can also call it and pass an extra argument in for this parameter. So pass in true as a value for this parameter instead of the lead user. And as a result, if I save that, we start with the modal opened for the delete user component because of that different argument I passed in here. So your custom hooks are really flexible. You can accept any arguments you might need, and you can use all the composition API features in there, do whatever that hook needs to do, and then return to the component where you want to use the hook what that hook should expose to the component.